Good night, Professor.
Good night, girls. Sleep tight.
There's also William Shepard, the master of Road Rovers, the geneticist who's behind the Transdogmifier and the Road Rovers themselves, and the one selected each and every one of them. Had Shepard not been around, Parvo would have successfully taken over the world with Kano mutants as his soldiers. And before you ask, Kano mutants are basically, twisted werewolf-like versions of the Road Rovers. Now we have our villains. Fenno Parvo, the main antagonist who wants to destroy Shepard and conquer the world, has a permanent cost. It was revealed at some point in the series he was one time a cat for some odd reason, but was transformed to a feline sapien, or what was it, Phalosapien? I forget the actual name, but whatever. He also shares a similar appearance to wrestler Hulk Hogan. I wonder why. The name Parvo itself is surprisingly derived from a disease which can often kill puppies. And then we have the Groomer, his second in command, and his loyal assistant. Usually armed with a portable hair clipper, but also uses other equipment. And then we have the Kano mutants. Dogs turned to humanoid and werewolf-like monsters led by Parvo. As for the show itself, this show was actually on the second highest rated show in Kids WB at the time, right behind Superman the Animated Series. It got mixed reviews when it was released, but it was mostly criticized by critics and parents for its humor, which contained a lot of adult jokes, if you know what it was. As of this year, this show retains a 7 out of 10 on a few places. Again, on the reasons this show was canceled after only one season. Nothing said about a renewal, nothing. Just poof, canceled. So what do you guys think of the series overall?
I don't know. It's an interesting series, I'll admit.
Rossi?
Yeah, but I like it, but it's kind of obvious when it shows character development and how it shows the flashback to the origins and all that stuff.
To be fair, because that was the 90s, you kind of expect as much. Personally, I liked it. Like, the concept was great. The potential was really good. It's just a shame it didn't, actually go past season 1. I would have actually liked to see more to get a better scope of it, to be honest. The characters were actually pretty well developed in my book. They explained all the backstories as well as they could. I think the only place where it kind of falls flat was the comedy. What do you two think?
Honestly, I can somewhat agree with you on the comedy, though I feel from when I watched it, the comedy or the jokes in there were a hit and miss scenario.
I guess they never miss, huh?
Why do you do this?
You see the spray bottle?
No!
Yeah. Anywho, it's like there's nothing wrong with the jokes. It's just that some of the jokes made me laugh a bit, and some of them were just like, eh.
I hear ya.
But the animation-wise, the show itself, it seemed pretty entertaining. I wouldn't mind watching it.
Fair enough. What about you, Crosby?
Like I said before, like, it was pretty obvious. Like, it was getting pretty obvious, like, towards the end, where it showed, like, development and that stuff.
Yeah. The pacing was actually not too bad. Personally, I actually liked the pacing a bit. Again, the humor just felt out of place with considering the premise of the series.
I mean, the pacing was good, but to me, it kind of felt like a run-of-the-mill, villain of the week kind of show.
To be fair, most of the time it was Parvo, to be fair. I mean, then again, he was the main villain, so that was kind of expected.
Yeah, but the way they sort of did the main villain in this is sort of like the classic villain scenario. The same villain shows up over and over again. It seems to succeed at first, but then get his plans foiled, as usual, nearby the end.
Kind of like how Rita Repulsa in Power Rangers.
Pretty much.
That's
And we're not
kind
even
of
there yet.
that's kind of expected if you think about it. I mean, it was the 90s. You kind of saw that everywhere.
Mhm.
And if I remember correctly, these were by the same animation team members that did Freakazoid. So it stands to reason you're going to have similar elements here and there. That and, okay, who would be your favorite characters? Honestly, I'd have to say Exile and maybe Muzzle.
Why? Because he's a spirit animal?
You are never letting that go, are you?
No.
Spray bottle.
God damn it.
Alright. But yeah, Exile, honestly, I can say this much. He's at least very blunt. He has his own tendencies, but he's usually a likable but blunt person at times. Well, dog person, whatever you want to call him. As for Muzzle, I kind of sympathize. I mean, here he was just looking for his master, and what does he get for his trouble? He got experimented on, then thrown into an animal shelter. Yikes.
Honestly, that's not the worst scenario I've heard, but there are some bad ones. That is a bad one. For example, who remembers the legend of, or the folklore tale of the dog who waited for his master to come back after not knowing he died anymore?
That's just depressing.
Alright guys, so I'm just gonna only include this because this whole dog scenario. So basically, I don't know the full story, but all I know is like this dog who was waiting for his master to come back didn't come back because I believe he died in a Japanese war or so to say. And that dog would sit there and wait night and day waiting for him. He didn't move, he didn't eat, he didn't do anything. He just basically stood there waiting to come back. Crossy could probably put up some information with a picture of the dog I'm talking about because they did make a statue of him, of that person and that dog in the honor. Because no matter how many times somebody tried to help the dog, he just wouldn't move. So, well, one day he passed away on that same spot waiting for him. That's, like I said, if anything, Muzzle's backstory reminds me of that in a way, but more fucked up kind of.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, what is you two's favorite characters from Road Rovers? I mean, I know you said the series was for you two, but the only reason I remembered it and brought it up in the first place because I barely remembered anything from it at all.
Honestly, I don't even know who brought it up, to be honest with you.
I don't either.
I'm not saying it was because it was a bad series. It was just like, because I probably have to get more into it and stuff. Or
yeah, again, they needed more episodes to really pull us in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, season 1 was starting fine. I just wish there was more episodes to work with. So don't be surprised if this thing is a 1 or 2-parter, if anything, guys.
Frosty, what do you think?
I gotta agree. Like, I wish it was like enough episodes. You know, like take us in, because 13 episodes, even though like TV normal, because it's for people to like grab the attention to see if they like it. But to me, it could have been more like 26 episodes.
Yeah, I feel like they should have put a second season.
Yeah, like, it's a show that had potential, but never really gotten a chance.
A lot
to
of
more.
it. Again, I have to restate this one more time. Like, this was the second highest rated show in the Warner Brothers animation blocks, and yet it never got a second season. It got canceled after only a year. Not even a full year at that. So it's weird. And
right.
Like I said, I know you say you don't. So I'm assuming you two don't have any favorite characters from the series or characters you could probably relate to.
Who are you again?
I am going to end you. You little smart.
I love these two. I'm not sure if I have a favorite characters or what we relate to, but I don't know. I did like that butt biter dog. He made me laugh a
Blitz?
bit when he screams. Yeah, Blitz. Only reason I want to say Blitz is a favorite character. I just liked it because all of his screams would remind me of Rose Goku Black's screams. And when I hear the Koi screams, it makes me think of the vids Crossy does for him, which makes it 10 times funnier.
Like the time she did the Mario Maker vids where basically you were Bardock and you decided to completely roast the shit out of him.
You made it too easy for me. I had to.
And that was the introduction of the friend circle. Well, of how I got into the friend circle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how the fuck I got dragged into it, but whatever.
But yeah. Honestly, I don't know. It's hard to say what character I relate to because I don't know. I guess I just don't know the characters that much. Like, as I might know them.
Fair enough. I mean, it was hard for me to pick the characters I even liked, to be honest. Because again, the show is kind of over the place in a way, but
Yeah. Not like Lunatic Season 2 all over the place, just a bit.
yeah, because there was so much going
Except
on with
it didn't-
Road Rovers at once, especially like
Except
plot
it
wise.
didn't have a cringy intro.
Well,
Thank God for that.
no, Road Rovers had a more lighthearted, cheery intro, but not like too cheery.
Mm-hmm.
It was just something that fit. Crossy, what about you? Any favorite characters? Any ones that you could feel like somewhat relatable to?
Have we met?
And going by that, her favorite's Colleen. Because apparently she has no chill and basically is sassy as shit. That's what that reminds me of.
She is waifu. She is waifu.
Of course she
You
is.
say that about a lot of female characters in the shows we
To be
reviewed.
fair,
a
if they're sassy like Crossy, that's usually the case. I've created a
I feel
monster
like
in
the-
that department.
bit. Well, to be fair, I feel like these characters are 10 times more sassier than Crossy in a mile.
He's not wrong.
Permission to throw him off the plank?
Permission to
Permission
smack you upside
denied.
the head. We got a review to do. Anywho. Okay, what would you say this show like? Well, okay. Any least favorite characters overall?
I guess the main villain, because if anything, it's just fucked up what he's doing to dogs.
I have to agree. I don't particularly care for Parvo because of that. And if I'll
Like,
be
I
completely
even-
honest, Parvo
I
is
even have
one
a
of.
dog.
I'll give Parvo credit where it's due, though. This is a guy that's almost successfully bought out the entire world. Yes, this actually happened in the series.
I mean, hey, everybody has a price, though.
Very true. And can't deny that for all of his antics, so to speak, Parvo is actually a very carefully. He's one of those dedicated villains. He just happens to have his plans ruined a lot.